Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. Hey guys, it's Princess Terry here. I say it really fast. It's Princess Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I'm really excited to what I wanted to do today was talk about life. And I just finished doing a whole lot of coaching calls, and one thing that I'm noticing a consistent storyline is a lot of people are they're settling. They're settling for anything. And I think the biggest thing for me, when I get started in this space, I got started in 2014. And honestly, and you guys know my story, I did not know what I was doing. I initially just came into it thinking, hey, I'm going to, pick this extra thing on and it'll just be like gas money for me. That was my mindset. And I can honestly tell you that the biggest thing that changed for me was my mind, because I started as a notary in 2014, but I didn't know what I was doing. I just know I wanted to work from home. I wanted to have like that time freedom. I just had my daughter. And so I wanted to find something that would give me enough revenue that I could do it full time, but also wouldn't require me to work, I don't want to work, all these long hours. And so I don't know if you guys are local to me, but it's beautiful outside. And I literally just said, I'm gonna be in here for a little bit, but I'm gonna go outside because it's so nice. And I couldn't stand having to be at work when it was beautiful outside. You have 4 more hours, 3 more hours. It's bad when you start counting the minutes, okay? And when I did initially start in the space, I got started in 2014. When I did, I didn't quit my job until 2016, but I did it. I built my business within that 2-year span. And I remember being at my job. I used to work at a call center, and I remember just being there, and I could not stand it. And so much so that I would just sit on the call and just talk to random people, when I'm talking to them, we'll finish why they called, but I would just sit there and just say, so how's the weather? Or so what you doing? Because it was just so boring. And it was driving me crazy. I knew I was going to quit. I just didn't know when. And so what I decided was one day I said, I'm going to count up how much money I'm missing being at work. And once I saw that I was missing more money being at work, because think about it. I think at that time I was getting like $15 an hour, maybe, or 17, something like that, and I'm working there all day. What is that, like $100 maybe, before taxes? Don't even let me get on taxes, and then I can do one signing. Think about that. One signing at $100, right? One signing at $100, 8 hours to make that same $100. And yeah, I think by that time, and it still is, I can do a closing in about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, $100, 8 hours, $100. I'm going to stick with that 15 minutes. And once I realized that it didn't take much for me to have to, be able to say, okay, I just need this much money to quit my job. I quit. And one thing I think was an easy way for me to decide if I wanted to quit my job was I knew that I could always go back. There's no lack, especially now. There's no lack of jobs. There's no lack. You can go get one. So I said, especially once you already had a job and you had that experience, you can go get a job somewhere else doing that. And so I said, well, I'm going to bet on myself. Worst case scenario, I go back another job, right? And so thankfully, I never had to. Even now, I've never had to go get another job. And that's one thing, too, that I want to kind of educate you guys on. You guys have seen my daughter. She's here with me now at the Notary Business Center. She's learning everything. when people come in, she helps. Now, she can't do the notarizations, but there are a lot of things that she can do. And she's able to learn the industry. Really quick, letting the cat out the bag. We've started working with different high schools, educating high school seniors about the space, and that is the space on entrepreneurship in general. I do a lot of business coaching outside of Notary, where I'm helping people, scale their businesses, grow their businesses. And when I was talking to one of the awesome young ladies at one of these high schools that we've started teaching at, is that a lot of times when you come out of high school, you're told to go to college or to, go to the military. A lot of people, they don't really know any other alternative outside of that. And entrepreneurship is actually a brilliant alternative. Let me give you an idea of, let me give you something that I think you should think about. Okay, how many of you guys went to college? Did you go to college? How'd that work out for you? I'm just curious. Put it in the chat. Did you go to college? I went to college, okay? Did you go to college? Did you finish? Did you get your degree? Okay, how's that working out for you? Are you using your degree? Some people graduate from college and never use their degree. Are you using your degree? How much money did you spend on that degree? How much money did you spend on that degree? Are you still paying back student loans? Do you know I was able to pay off all my student loans through notary work? Okay, but I had student loans. Okay, and this is a really interesting piece that someone shared with me. I thought was fascinating. I always say that in America, our government is heavily, heavily focused on businesses. It's basically like everything they do is designed for people who have a company or a business of some kind. Okay, down to the taxes. And the reason is that if a country doesn't have a successful economy, they really can't really stay, it's really, the country will fail. And so they put all their effort into businesses. That's what they do. They pour it into businesses to make them more successful, to help boost the economy. And so think about this. I want you guys, you don't have to put it in the chat if you don't want to, but I want you to think about how much money you spent on college. Okay. I spent over $100,000. I don't know how much you guys spent for going to college. Mine was about $100,000. How much money did you guys spend going to college? Okay. When I paid all that money back, I did not get a tax break. Now, let me clear this up. Yes, I got some college credits. Yes, you do get a percentage of some of that interest, all that good stuff. But for the most part, I did not get back $100K tax credit. Okay. For the record. Okay, let's clear that up before it comes. Well, you do get this little credit and you get this little credit. Okay, 100,000, no tax credit, not using that degree. Did I learn a lot in college? Yes, but most of that I learned was social skills. And I learned more about me, and I learned social skills. I remember some of that learning and learned in the classes, but I don't say I didn't learn anything. I did. But was it 100K worth? No. Okay. So keep that in mind. No serious beneficial tax benefit, right? As an entrepreneur of a business, every single dollar that you spend on training and education is completely and 100% tax deductible. It's a deduction. It's a credit. It's a deduction that you can write off the entire thing. Okay. So if I had taken that $100,000 and poured it right into business coaching, business classes, business training outside of college, all of that would have been a deduction for me. Isn't that interesting? It's fascinating. It's fascinating. And that's why I always say that one of the major things, you have to learn the economy. You have to learn what you're doing. Okay. And I did a talk on YouTube probably about a year ago, and I called it, "Are you living the American dream or the American nightmare?" Okay. And so the conversation basically went to how a lot of people, they go to, they graduate high school, they may or may not go to college, they get a job, whatever that is, they stay in that field for most of their life. And, their days are spent waking up around 6 o'clock, going to work. They work 9 to 5. They can't wait to get off. They go home. They can't wait for Friday. Yay. Oh my gosh, it's Monday. And that's their life cycle. They get to be off on weekends, and that's where they like relax or do family outings or whatever the case is. They have to put in for vacation time. So when you go on vacation once a year, once every 365 days, and you got to think about it. Okay, that's if you qualify for a vacation. Okay, that's if your job offers vacation and you get 5 days out of 365 days. You get 5 days, maybe 7, depends on your job. Yes, to go and relax because you work so hard. You get 5 days to go go ahead and take your break. Go do that thing. And then most of the time when people do get to travel, it's when their kids are not in school. So it's in the summertime where all the rates of everything is higher. The travel's higher, your accommodations is higher, plus everyone else is there because everyone else is in that same rat race that you are in. So it's not as much fun because it's crowded and you paid more. Okay. And then hold on, right? You got to put in for time off. You have, let's say, if it's something that's someone passed away, God forbid, you can get that for the most part. I would think most jobs are pretty decent. But let's say you're just not feeling it today. You need a mental health day. Or let's say you're not feeling well, but you're not running a fever, but you're just really not feeling well. Let's say something happens with your kids. It's just so many things. And just asking for time off can be a headache in itself. Right? So let's say, and then on top of that, you only get a raise, once a year? You get a raise of 50 cents, maybe $2. Look at that. That's so sweet. You worked all of that time to get a 50-cent raise. So sweet. And then hold on, then you work from, let's say you got into your career 25, 26, 30, whatever, when you finally settle down with what you want to do, and you work that until you retire. So you do that until you're about 60, 65, give or take, and then you retire and do what exactly? Get a third of your income. You get a third of your income. Well, for now, they're saying who knows how long Social Security is going to last. You get a third of your income because you can live off of that. Okay, you get a third of your income. Let's say your company had some other kind of retirement plan for you. Okay, boom, you get that, but you were already working paycheck to paycheck, or you were already working a lifestyle that was not giving you the full financial freedom that you wanted. Okay, boom. So you're getting your pension, you have your Social Security coming in, and don't even get me started. The fact that there's income limits even after that. You can't make over a certain amount when you're on Social Security. Which, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be securing? You know what I'm saying? It's like the stipulations are crazy. Okay, so don't get me started on this. Okay, and then you put in all this time. Let's say you put in 20, 30, 40 years, right? You gave your whole life to a company. Right? Let's hope that you love that company. Let's hope that you built that company with the founders. Let's hope that you really enjoyed what you did and what you built, because most people don't. But let's say that was you. Kudos. You can retire happy. Awesome. But if that wasn't you and you spent the golden years, as they call it, the best years of your life building something for someone else, and then you retire, do you know most people, I forgot the statistics, but it's a very high statistic of people who end up dying within, 3 to 7 years after they retire? It's a science behind it. Not only that, when you retire, let's say you retire in your 60s, right? It depends on how you carried your health in your life. Now, do you want to go climb Mount Everest? Now you want to go travel the world? Now you want to go do all this stuff, but is your body there? And that's what a lot of people do. They wait until, I've talked to so many people who are like, well, I'm going to retire. I can retire in like 5 years. That's 365 days times 5. You're willing to give away that much of your time and you're hoping that you make it there. You're hoping that you make it there. The average life expectancy currently is still between 72 and 75. So if you retire at 65, you're saying, at least I still get 5 to 7 years to do whatever I want. You gave that company 20, 30, 40 years of your life, and you get back 5 to 7 and a third of your income, possibly a pension. And let's hope your health is good enough to get you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? It really just doesn't make sense. And so when you really start to think it through, You don't have to do that. And that's why I'm like really excited about working with these organizations. One moment. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hey, we getting something notarized?
I had a question.
Guys, give me one quick second. I'll be there in just one moment. You guys know I'm at the Notary Business Center, so bear with me for a second. And we're going to talk about this thing. Hold on. She said, oh, you guys hung out with me. That is so sweet. I'm sorry. Yeah, people do come into the Notary Business Center and to get things notarized, so I have to hop on over there. I wanted to talk about where was I? School was created for people to conform so they can become workers and be less likely to buck the system. I agree. Have you been in here? You have been here rethinking my whole life. Listen, I wanted to add permits to my school. I can't get an offer. I've had my notary over a year and no one contacts me back. Well, I can guarantee you it's in your marketing. That I can guarantee. Definitely, I would recommend getting into the ultimate notary training and doing every single thing that I say in that training, and you should see some progress. College and military, I never used my degree. I didn't accrue any student loans, so that's good. I went to college for architecture and have never worked in it. Okay. I like it. We were on a commercial break. I should have played a YouTube video. That's what I should have done. But yeah, so it really is just really interesting the way people kind of think about life. And it's just I used to be that person though, but now my life is so different. My life is better, and it has been. Even like when I first got into loan closing really heavy, I was doing between 5 to 10 closings a day. Even so, like now I don't do as many. Because I do a lot of other things, especially with notary training. But it was good because I didn't have to answer to anyone. I didn't have to call out. I could pick when I wanted to work. Like, it was just the best, being able to wake up and decide what you want to do instead of dragging yourself into a job because you have to go. And so I feel like, to me, like, it's the most amazing feeling to be able to control your life. And that's really, what I want. And really, when I go talk to these high school students, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to say, literally, look at your parents. Do you want to be them? And it's not about emotional, social, and I'm saying financially. Do you want to be where your parents are financially? Do you want to have the work life that your parents have? And a lot of times we fall into the traps of our parents because we didn't know anything different. So I'm going to show them a different way to live, and that's like, it goes along with that Forbes nomination, changing the way people work. It really is fascinating when you really understand what this economy can allow you to do. And entrepreneurship, to me, I think, is the most amazing thing that you could ever do, because you're at the reins. You get to decide what to do. And I can be honest, a lot of people, they can't do that. And you have to decide for yourself, can I be a leader? When you think of yourself, do you think, I'm a leader? Are you a go-getter? Are you self-motivated? Do you need someone behind you all day? Do you need to be micromanaged? Because if you need to be micromanaged, you need someone to tell you what to do, it's not going to work for you, because guess what? You have to tell you what to do. The first time I quit my job, I went back. Okay, because I was like, oh, I don't have to do anything. And I kind of lollygagged around. It wasn't 2016, I quit before then. And I said, oh, I'm not doing anything. Don't do that. Okay, if you're going to quit your job, quit to do. Okay, and so if you don't have the get up and go, if you don't have the energy to really apply pressure and really learn your space and learn business building, then it's not for you. But if you feel like I can learn anything, and really it goes down to your why. Why do you want this? If your why is strong enough, you can make it work. I really, really wanted my time. And it wasn't about the money at the time. Y'all don't understand. I just hated people telling me like what to do in time space. I hated the summers were the worst. I hated being indoors in the summertime. That honestly it just felt wrong. It felt wrong that every day, 9 to 5, when the sun was out, I had to be inside. I didn't like it. It was not me, and I'm a summer person. So if you're not a summer person, then maybe it doesn't bother you. I love the sun. I love great weather. I love being outside. Okay. And so it just was not me. And now, one of the biggest things for me is that I get to decide. I get to decide. Like right now, I'm inside. I'm choosing to be inside. I can go outside. It's gonna be nice. I went outside earlier, it wasn't that nice yet, but I think it's supposed to be 71 today. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. So I will be outside, because it's something that I get to choose. I get to choose when I travel. I get to choose where I go and how, and because I don't travel typically necessarily when everyone else travels, like everyone travels on the weekend, Friday, come back Sunday. If you ever do the research, it costs more to do that. That's why usually when I book, I go Thursday to Monday, but I can do that because I'm my own boss. You see what I'm saying? So I'm cheap. It costs me less to go Thursday to Monday. Versus they have to, I got to be back to work on Monday, so I got to come back Sunday night. You got to think about it. There was plenty of Sundays, like come around 3 o'clock, I got depressed because it was like, oh gosh, I got to go to work in the morning. Do you know, I forget the stat, but the most amount of heart attacks happen on Monday morning. Think about that. The science is all around us. It really is. So what's your next step? Let's talk about that. I think that, even if everyone here is interested in Notary, that's why you're here. So, I think that you can take this business and you can make it whatever you want. Some people, and that you got to be mindful too of who you listen to, because there's a lot of people out there who they're just negative Nancy's. They're just negative Nancy. And the thing is, this is a business. You do have to build it like a business. You can't half step. You can't get into it and, lackluster behavior, because then you get lackluster money. Okay. Customer service is a thing. Oh my gosh, it's so much. But if I was to give you next steps, if you are just joining me and you haven't taken any of my training, I would definitely say get into the Ultimate Notary Bundle, take that training, and do everything that I say. A lot of people don't do every single thing. And they say, Vanessa, and I say, did you do this? No. And it's like, okay. I didn't put any fluff in there. There's no fluff. Every single thing that I said in that training needs to be done, period. Okay. I have people who have taken my training. They say, oh, I haven't got any signing service calls. And I say, well, how many did you sign up with? 2. What did I say? What did I say? Did not say that. Did not say that. I said sign with this whole list of 100. Isn't that what I said? That's what I said. So when you do 2 and you don't do what I said and you don't get the results I say you can get, why are you looking like this? I'm so confused. It's like, why would you go to a personal trainer and then don't do what the personal trainer tells you to do and then say, hey, I'm still fat? Well, that's usually what happens if you don't follow instructions, So it's just like, and a lot of times people get stuck in the training. They get stuck in, oh, I'm gonna take more training and more training, more training, more training. I'm all for you taking trainings. Like at Notary to Notary, we have 18 courses, 18 different courses that will help you in your business. Now, the Ultimate Notary includes 4, so I recommend you start with that. It has the Notary Signing Agent, goes over general notary work, tax financial management, and then RON, Remote Online Notary. But then you can branch out from there. But what I don't want people to do is I don't want them to keep taking training after training after training after training after training and do nothing. Because they always say education is power. It's not. Executed education is power. You have to use it. You have to use it. If you don't use it, just something you have in your head. Like, but it's not helping me because you're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, so there's that. My biggest thing too is, yes, I've been training all over the country. I'm coming to Michigan in May. I'm going to Connecticut, I think in April. Don't get me wrong. And then if you're in Virginia, I'll be in Fredericksburg and Arlington in March. I think it's March. I have to look into the dates. And I'll be in Virginia Beach somewhere in the same time frame. I look at my schedule, but I'll post all the events at notarytonotary.com so you can check it out. But yeah, so we have different courses. So we have business credit that teach you how to build business credit so you're not using your own money to build your business. And that's actually the way it's supposed to. You're supposed to set up your LLC, get it funded, and then build your business with that funding. That's what it's supposed to be. Hey, Tamika, I haven't seen you in forever, dearest. Oh, I said, oh, yeah. See, I need to go lay in the sun. Listen, I could get to the beach from Hampton. I like it. Next time, play our favorite song. You know, the one I kept playing over and over a few weeks ago. I will. You're so silly. Oh, hey. As of now, what is your point of view on remote online notary? Is it hard to be a full-time RON? I was going to say, no, it's not hard. So this is my thing. People always say, is it hard? The level of difficulty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay. And then the reason why I never really answer, because I used to say, oh my gosh, it's so easy. It is to me, but you got to think about it. Let's say someone says, oh, can you change my oil? If you ask me to change your oil, I'm like a medium because I did research on it before. Side note, I wanted to start a mobile oil changing business. And I started, doing a bunch of stuff to get it done. So I did a lot of research and I did figure out how to change my oil. It still takes a long time. But I'm not a complete novice. Okay. But let's say someone else has been changing oil for 20 years. They can probably do it in like 2 seconds. Okay. And it's not hard to them. So the level of difficulty is going to be dependent on what you already know. Do I think it's very possible? Yes. Can you make great money as a RON? Yes. I don't like to deal in levels of difficulty. I like to deal in possibilities. Can you do it? Yes. Which depends on how bad you want it. And are you committed to learning how to do it? And my biggest thing, if anyone's doing it, then you already know you can do it. And that to me is like, come on, stop, cut it out, and we're done. Okay. If anyone is doing it, then you can do it. It's just a matter of you doing it. Okay. I can do it with some gloves on. Oh, the oil change. I'll come through next week. Yay! I might catch you in Connecticut. My mom on her out there. Okay, cool. I will post the event so you know when I'm in Connecticut. Yeah, so it's funny. I saw a post that Amy put out from Cyberizer. It actually made me chuckle. I didn't comment on it, but if you see this, Amy, it did make me chuckle. She put a post out that was basically saying, you know, if there's no work on the Cyberizer job board, that's not her responsibility. If you're going to be a full-time Ron, go find your own clients. I'm paraphrasing. But it was so true. And it's just like, I think a lot of people get into this space and you're coming into it with an employee mindset. And an employee mindset basically says, you know, okay, give me the work. Tell me what to do exactly. You know, it's like you sit back and you're like, okay, well, I'm here. Now what? No. If you're going to be a boss, then you need to do boss things. You need to take action. You need to go out and do these things. Like, you have to build your brand. 75%, if not more, of your time needs to be in the face of your potential clients or your current clients. And if it's not, and you want to spend an hour or 2 hours designing your business cards or, you know, doing other clerical things that really don't have much, you know, impact on your business, then that's what you chose to do. 75%, if not more, of your time needs to be spent in the face of your clients, whether that's on the phone, in the email, in person. That's what you need to be doing, period. Especially if you don't have any clients. That's the part that gets me. I have people in my coaching program, they'll be like, oh, well, let me not say it gets me, because I understand the mindset. I don't have that mindset anymore, but I understand the mindset. And I think a lot of times what happens is you want to take the risk that you want to do, but you're scared. And so you self-sabotage and you don't realize you're self-sabotaging. And what you're doing is you want to do it, but you're afraid to go full-fledged on it. So you kind of do a little bit, and then you're looking subconsciously for a signal that tells you this is not it. This is not it. Because if you truly 100% believed that you could do this, your actions would be different. Some of you guys say, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month like you. Let's do it. If you truly believe that you could make 10 grand a month, your work ethic would be different, because if it was a guarantee, you would go harder. But because you don't truly believe and you're kind of looking for that out, like, okay, I want to do this, but I don't really know, you don't go hard in it. If you knew it could be done, you would go harder. And so you have to take that into consideration. You got to think about that. Your actions literally dictate your successes. Like, what you currently have is a direct reflection of your work ethic, period. You know, there's a reason why. There's a young lady, I saw her on whose event? Someone was talking, and she built her business super fast, killing it in 2 years, making, I think she's like 6 figures or even hit the $1 million mark in 2 years. In 2 years, focus and determination. What are you doing? What are you doing? And you have to ask yourself that. I have my other lady I talk about all the time, killing the game in Nevada, killing the game. But that's her focus. She decided, she burned all the other boats. There's no distractions. I'm going to do this. You know, I'm going to do this. And I love her story. I throw her age out there because I think it's fascinating. She's 70 and she is killing it. And she got into it later as an adult. Like, later she decided to do this. And, you know, and it's killing it full time, making great money. Don't need nobody help, but she still comes to me for coaching. But I'm like, Mommy, you got this. Like, you are doing amazing. I think it's fascinating what she's been able to build. So now we come to you. What are you going to do? You can stay in the rat race, or you can stay in whatever you call your life currently. Okay. Or you can take your life by the reins and you can switch gears. You know, and the biggest thing I always say is, one, you can always go back and get a job, but you can't get your time back. You can't get back yesterday. You can always go get another job. You can do something different and just bet on yourself. You know, people, if it's not like it's this new thing that just came out of nowhere. People have had notary businesses for years upon years, way before me. It's not like this new thing just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. You can do it. You just have to do it. You can do it, but you have to do it. That's the thing. Okay. So to conclude, because I do have to get ready to hop on off of here in a second, I would recommend my Ultimate Notary training at notarytonotary.com. That is what's for everyone to start. And you got this promo code, which look at that. Look at this. The promo code's there for you. 70% off, promo code FREEDOM. You can use it on any of our trainings that we have. So you have the Ultimate Notary, the Elite Notary Bundle is for the more experienced. We do have another event coming up too. And this is a course. It's like a program. It's a live program for 5 hours. And what it's going to do, it's not for the new notary. It's for the experienced notary. It's only 20 seats for this. Okay. It's not for the new notary. It's for the experienced notary. It's $497. I'm going to throw it out there now because I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, at the end. No, it's $497 to get into it. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to teach you how to build an app for your, it's like an app on your phone, how to build a lead generating app that will bring you leads right to your phone or to your email that you can use to generate more revenue. Now, I say that because it's not for the new notary, because you want to know what you're doing. Before you say, I'm going to go build an app, there's a lot of free organic ways you can build before then. But let's say you've been building. It's great. I think it's a great tool for if you want to build a signing service. It allows you to reach more people quickly. But I definitely recommend if you're going to, if you're new, I wouldn't do it. Just because I feel like there's more things you could be doing. And I'm not just here to sell you things. I want to give you things that you can actually use. And I have an app. My app I built 2 years ago, it's 2023, 2 years ago. And it's generated for me over 10,000 leads for e-notary and mobile notary services all across the country, right? And my app is not even, the one I built was not even like the one that we're working on now is so much better. But even that, 2 years ago, 10,000 plus requests for e-notary services and mobile notary services. And so you can do the same thing with this training. So that training is on notarytonotary.com, and that's going to show, we're going to go through and actually do yours real time. Okay. And I'm telling you, don't wait till the last minute because it's only 20. And the reason why I put 20 is because it's very detailed. It's a lot of stuff we have to go over. And if I have 100 people on that call, it's no way I'm going to get all your questions answered. And I want to make sure when we're done, you have your finished product for the most part. And so if we have too many, I can't do that. Okay. So I have to make sure that it's enough that you can kind of get that one-on-one, and it's 5 hours. So it's more than enough time for us to really get in and build and get you to where you need to be with that. I'm telling you, everything right now is digital. I don't know how many of you guys have started looking into AI. If you haven't, you're missing it already. Okay. You're missing it already. And so everything right now is online. And if you're not online, if you haven't even built your website yet, honey, I'm going to need you to catch up and get along with the game. I said this before, people who had notary businesses before that didn't have a website, you are going to get destroyed, not destroyed, because if you have your current clients, that's fine. But I'm telling you, a new notary can walk in, optimize a Google business profile, optimize a website, and destroy, literally kill, rack up all the clients because everything is digital. People are not to say word of mouth still isn't king. It is, but the average person is going to go notary near me, right? Most title company signers, they're going to go online. That's how they're going to get most of their stuff. So if you don't have a strong online presence, the new notary who just signed up for the training, they're going to come in and get all the work because they know the value of everything is online. Everything is online. Look at your phone. How many times you look at your phone today? Okay. How many times do you look at your phone today? How much more powerful would it be if you had an app that was on everyone's phone? Or not even everyone. You don't even think about it. We just need to get you paid. We don't even need everybody. We just need enough. We just need just enough for you to be good. You and your signing service, or you and your notary service, all we need for you to be good. Okay. And so that's why I say you gotta think about it. Every time, it hit me one time when I was getting on a plane, And as I was walking on the plane, I looked at everyone in the aisles. Every single person was looking down on their phone through the entire plane. And in that moment, I realized everyone's on their phone, whether that's looking for something on Google or through an app or on social media, that is where they are. And so you have to figure out your client journey. How are they going to find me? And even when it comes to eNotary, there's so many ways to get clients. If you don't have clients, and I'm going to be really blunt with you guys, you're not marketing. You're not marketing effectively, period. It's not that there's no work. There is work. You are not marketing. You don't work. Okay. Love you. But you don't. Your business is not working. The number one reason that businesses fail is because of obscurity. No one knows who you are. If people do not know who you are, they can't find you. So the idea that you won't spend an hour or $50 to get someone to get your website done, to me, is insane. It makes no sense, because you say you want to be a business owner, but you're not doing what businesses do. I'm sorry. You're not doing what successful businesses do, because you're taking your employee mindset and you're trying to use it in the business world, and it's not going to work. And then you're going to say, woe is me, and go into Facebook groups and complain and say, oh, the notary industry is dead. I was looking at a post the other day, people just going on and complaining, yeah, there's no work, I'm going back to my job, I'm going back, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't quit this. Ooh. Bye. And this is why I say that. You can't save everybody, right? All I can do is teach the ones that are willing to listen. That's it. If you've already made up in your mind that you can't do this, you can't do this. Confucius said it best. The man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both usually right. If all it takes for you is a little bit of shift in the economy, a little bit of, and you're out, you weren't built for this anyway. And I'm not saying that it's, let's say you were doing this and you say, oh, I found something else that I like. Cool, go do that. But to quit because it got hard, and you got to think about it. When it comes to building a business, it's not built overnight. Consistent, long-lasting relationships are not built overnight. It takes time to build. You can't get into a business and then don't see money in a month and say, oh, I quit. Wow, really? Seriously? Some companies' training programs are longer than a month. You gave yourself a month to do something that you had never done before. And then you said, oh, this doesn't work. Okay. You're not built for it. You have to go harder than that. One, you have to give yourself time, set clear goals, get training. You have to take time to build something from scratch. And you have to take time to learn how to do it. I have people like with my business credit course, people who come in and they just say, oh, well, I went to my bank and they said I wasn't approved. That's because you did it wrong. Literally, you did it wrong. You knew nothing about business credit, nothing. Maybe you went online, maybe you watched a YouTube video, maybe you read an article and said, oh, I can get a business credit card. Maybe you just walked to the bank and then you said, oh, they denied me. See, I can't get business credit. You did it wrong. And you got to think about it too. It's all a lack of knowledge. You did it wrong. You went to a Wells Fargo, a Bank of America, a SunTrust, now Truist, okay, and you said, can I get a business loan or a business credit card for my newly formed small business that's not set up properly for the most part, but it's okay, let's say it is. Can I get a loan or can I get a business credit? And you were upset that they told you no. Think about this, okay? Most of all of those entities, they are, first of all, it's in the banking lending space, but it's really a high risk. And so they have a lot of products. They have mortgage products, they have personal products, they have CDs, they have a bunch of stuff. And then they have business financing, right? They have to split all of their risk amongst all of these things, okay? It's like 90 something percent of businesses fail within the first 3 years. So you're already high risk. Okay. You're upset that you took your new business that has no online presence because you refused to build a website. Throw that in there. Your brand new business with no funding. You didn't put any money in your account. You have no online. We don't know who you are. And you went to Bank of America and said, can I have $10,000? For why? Are you walking around handing out money like that? Let me know. I would love to go to meet you. Do you walk around and say, yeah, you get 10,000, you get 10,000, you get... No, honey, that is not the way that works. Now, there are entities that are designed specifically and only for small businesses. What? So when you go there, they already know the risk. That's all they deal with. But now they're looking at you under a new scope and they're looking to see what's the likelihood this business will succeed. And one small thing that is so small, do they have a website? It's 2023. Now, of course, I got more things than that, but that's just one. It's just one that you refuse to do, but you won't walk your happy self up in Bank of America. Oh, can I get a loan? Oh, can I get a credit card? Okay, I'm just saying. And then you're upset and you want to hop around and say it doesn't work. It doesn't work because you didn't do it right. Right? Same thing with your notary business. Oh, it didn't work because you didn't do it right. And then want to run around and say it doesn't work because you didn't do it right. Right? But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get there. We're going to get there over time. We can get there over time. What course would you recommend if someone has taken a loan signing course before? My loan signing course. So this is the thing. People have been asking that. People ask that all the time. Well, I've already had this training where I took this class or I did this book. The next thing I say is, are you making money? Are you? Are you making money? If you're not making money, then you need to take my course. Period. I don't know what book you read. I don't know what course you took. I don't know who taught you what. All I know is that my system works. So if you already took a course or you read a book or you did someone's coaching or you went to an event or you did a Google search or you watched YouTube videos and you're not making money, then you need to take my course. Period. My ultimate notary training is where you need to start. Now, let's say, for example, I've taken trainings, I'm making money, but I want to learn how to do this. Like, how do I build business credit? Got it. Go here. How do I build a signing service? Got it. Take my signing service course. But if you are not making money, and I'm not talking about $5, $10, $20. If you are not making money, then you need to take the ultimate notary training, period. That's it. Period. And then do everything that I said. Okay? Do everything that I said in the course. Say it with me. Do everything that I said in the course. Because people will it's so funny. I love y'all. People will go, they'll buy the course. It's so funny because I see every single person that signs up. I see it when you sign up. I see it when you buy the course. There are people who will buy my course. They'll go through it in a day or two and email me and say, well, what do I do now? Then I say, have you taken the course? And they say, yeah. Then I say, have you done everything that I said in the course? And then they'll either say no, or they'll say, well, I took my NNA exam. That's not what I asked you. What I asked you was, did you do everything that I said in the course? And 100% of the time, it's no. And so then it's like, now, then this is what I said. Y'all know this is you. The next thing I say is, now go back through the course and do everything that I said in the course. It doesn't help you to read it. It helps you to read it, then do it. Watch a video, take the action. Look at the PowerPoint, do the step. That is the key. That is the key. Okay. Is it okay to create a website that has all the services you offer? Example, notary, photography, author. No. No. This is why. Did you go to school for SEO? Do you have a strong marketing background? I mean, strong. If you are a master of all things SEO, I mean a master, then go for it. If you're not, it's going to be extremely hard for Google to know your services. It's going to be really hard for Google to say, oh yeah, this is what she does, because you have 10,000 things on your website. You need one website. Now, let's say, for example, the things are related, but notary, photography, and author are not related. Let's say it was notary in taxes, or notary in document preparation, or notary in something related. I can work with that because it's in the same realm. Okay. You need to understand SEO, because basically what happens is you build a website, you put a bunch of content on it consistently, the way Google wants you to do it. And then Google has these little spiders that, it's not spiders, but I like saying it, that crawls your website to find the keywords and says, hey, what is she talking about? What is she doing? And they go back to the Google headquarters and say, okay, this is what she does. But let's say the spiders come crawl on your website and it's like, oh, she's an author. Oh, wait, no, she's a notary. Oh, wait, no, she takes pictures. And then the mother Google is like, wait, what? What does she do? And then they're like, I don't know. It's not enough content here for me to really understand. We're confused. We're just going to go somewhere else. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so when the little spiders are coming to crawl on your website to figure out what you do, we want it to be really clear and really like very simple, that a simple spider can come and crawl on it and find out what it is. Okay, now I'm not saying you can't have more than one thing, but you need to have a really strong SEO background to make sure that those spiders understand every single thing that you put on that website. But if you're going to build a basic site with a bio and a contact us, and you don't have a blog and there's no words, and when I said keyword, you said, huh? Okay, no, it's not going to work. No, ma'am, and no, sir. But you can do 3 separate sites. Look at that. And then you don't have to, so that's a whole class. But yes, you can do 3 separate sites, okay? And really, maybe the photography and the author can go together, depending on how you wing it. But I think notary will be separate, okay? All right. Any other questions for me, guys? No, I'm serious. I just feel like it's a lot that happens. It's a lot that happens. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. Because my baby got a notary job. I'm so proud of him. One of my students, my coaching students. Sugar the boogaloo. That makes me happy. I just got my notary license a week ago. What should I do? Go to notarytonotary.com and register for my ultimate notary training, period. Do that. Then when you get into it, do every single thing that I said. Do that. That's it. That's all I want you to do. Do that. And then after you do that, let me know. I got you. And we'll take it from there. Okay? And like I said, there's more. You can always grow. You can always add. There's always more expansion you can take. So, for example, we have the working with nursing homes and hospitals training. You can get into that. Learn how to build your general notary work. Get connected with nursing homes, doing POAs, wills, medical directives. I have one tomorrow I have to do. There's always work. And I always say it's really good to get into the nursing homes and hospitals because the life cycle never ends. It doesn't matter what's happening with the economy. Guess what? People will be born, people will die, which means people have to have wills, POAs, medical directives. It doesn't matter what is happening with the economy. It does not matter. It does not end. It does not end. It's like life insurance. People probably will always have life insurance or be selling or getting life insurance because the life cycle will never end. People will be born and people will die. It is what it is. Like, what you call it? OBGYNs, they're going anywhere. People will always give birth, right? So they're pretty much rock solid. Okay. It's always going to happen. Same concept. People will always be getting wills, POAs, and medical directives unless the law changes in some weird way, which hasn't changed in years. And I doubt it's ever going to change anytime in the near next 100 years. Okay. How do you know to charge for a POA estate planning? You need to do market research. You need to figure out what's the going rate in your area for POAs, wills, and medical directives, so you can make sure you're competitive. But you can definitely charge a nice chunk of change. I mean, really good. It just really depends on a lot of things, you know, how many documents, how many signers, where are you traveling to? You know, I've done plenty of POAs, wills, medical directives that pay me more than loan closings did. It really just depends on what all is involved. It really does. But it's just like you got to set your own rates. You got to do market research to figure out what's the going rate in your area. And it's not just one rate. Just get a gauge. So call a couple notaries, pretend to be a client, 10 to 20 notaries, pretend to be a client, say I need to get this power of attorney done at this location on Saturday. How much are you going to charge me? Don't say you're a notary because then they might not talk to you. Pretend to be a client. Everyone does this in every industry. It's called market research, okay? Find out what the going rates are. You'll see low, you'll see high. You want to be in that middle to high area. Set your rates like that. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Also, is there any jobs you can get as a notary, or is it something you have to do yourself? So yes, you can get jobs as notaries from like banks and other things like that. Just go on LinkedIn, type in notary. But once again, that's a job at that point. So they usually don't pay you per seal. They'll give you like an hourly rate, but you can do that. Title companies sometimes will hire notaries to be on staff as well. It's notary signing agents that works officially underneath the title company. This really depends. But yeah, if you go on LinkedIn and search notary, you will see notary jobs that's underneath different companies. So yeah, you could definitely do that. All right, guys. So let me tell you the tea. Also, if you are in the February boot camp, we are about to start kicking off our government contracting training. So that starts this week. I am going to post the to-do for this week. We had a lot to do last week with Ron. So we're getting into government contracting now from the very beginning. So this is a great time for you guys if you've never thought about, or if you've never learn how to do that, how to get into government contracting. We're going to be going over that from the beginning. Now, what I'm going to tell you is you need two things. You need to grab the February boot camp. Let me see if I can find it really quick. And then you're going to grab the government contracting course that's on my website. So I'll put links, both of them in there. The reason is we're going to be working out of that course. Okay. And of course, you can promo code all of that. Where is, hold on, guys, 2 seconds. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. This is the boot camp. And then this is the government contracting series. So we're going to start working on that so you guys can learn how to get it set up, how to get the certifications, and how to start bidding. And really, it's a skill set you can use in any space. So it doesn't matter if you want to use it for notary, if you want to use it for any of your other companies, if you want to start something that's just, you know, it's completely different. You found a contract you want to do. It's consistent money because it's a contract. And so I'll show you guys how to get started there. So I posted that. And then I posted the next training we have. Is that this Saturday? It is this Saturday. Oh, at the Notary Business Center. And there's a business credit masterclass. I think in February, it's just that and our tax season training. Everything else goes into March. The Build Your Own App masterclass, that's March 11th. Okay. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. It's going to be the funs. Never ever forget even the one moment how truly amazing you are. Oh, thank you, Shug. You're the best ever. Carlos been with me for a long time too. A long time. I like it. All right, guys, that is also the clock on the wall. You guys can still use promo code FREEDOM this week up until the weekend on any of the online courses that we offer at notarytonotary.com. Get into the Ultimate Notary Training, get into the February Bootcamp, get the Government Contracting Series, and also, guys, get that business credit training so you can learn how to fund your business so you're not paying for everything out of pocket, okay? And then if you are looking to get more into working with nursing homes and hospitals, go grab that one. It goes over everything that you need in order to start doing that. How to market, how to price, who your clients are, what are POAs, wills, medical directors, and how to, explain, for lack of better words, how to explain that process and how to upsell when you're doing it. Okay. So I go over that a lot as well in that course. That is all. Set the clock on the wall. Be awesome on purpose. I will see you guys. If you're in the February boot camp, I'll see you guys later today. And then I may go live again later, probably not, but I will go live in the February boot camp later today as we get started with our government contracting series. My nonprofit has a big, large, we just finished giving out all the way that hand sanitizer. We have a big event situation happening today. So I'll be working with that most of the day. And then we'll hop into the government contracting later on this evening. All right, guys, that is all. Clock on the wall. I will see you guys away. And when I come back on live next time, we will do a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. It will be something notary related. I'll ask questions, notary related questions, and we shall see who has the answers, and we'll do some giveaways. And maybe I'll pick something cool for February for us to give away. Think about that. Last month we did the Raven scanner. So let's see what we're going to do this month. I will keep you guys posted. Stay connected, and I will see you guys luego. Until next time, happy signing. Hey guys, it's Vanessa Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I want to show you guys how I was able to get started as a notary signing agent making $10,000 a month. When I first got started in 2015, I had no idea how lucrative this business was. So much so that I was able to quit my full-time job in 2016. Over the next few years, I've had so many successes and failures that I took all of them and bundled them up into a training program just for you. The training is available at notarytonotary.com, and there are 2 programs that you can register for: the Notary Signing Agent Training and the e-Notary Training. Make sure that your state licenses e-notaries before you register for that training. Once you register, you'll have instant access to the online training platform, as well as access to our live weekly interactive webinars with replay capabilities. Ready to get started? Register today at notarytonotary.com. Until then, happy signing!